Eastern time. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC on the bigger picture. We're going to talk about BTC on the monthly, on the weekly, daily, 12 hours, even down to the 15 minutes time frame. The current state of BTC, the volatility has decreased a lot regarding based on the big push we got like a couple of days ago. We're not receiving the same volatility we've been expecting, but still, BTC is moving sideways, and we've been expecting this move, BTC dropping down to the downside, and then get supported by this 21 EMA. The 21 EMA did well by supporting the price, but couldn't handle the pressure on the 4 hours. So now we're looking for BTC to drop down to this area of 50 EMA on the 4 hour, which is roughly around like 88 to 89. And of course, if the 50 EMA doesn't support the price, we're gonna have to look down to some lower numbers in mid to low 9K. Okay, mid to low 8K. Right now we're at low 9K. Just about 9,060. Okay, 9,066. So let's dive into the monthly time frame on base time. Okay, and if you're new to the content, by the way, guys, make sure to join the public Telegram group. And if you want to upgrade to our premium member, you can just send me a private message, and I'll give you the link to our Discord channel where we do like a daily analysis, trade setup, price target, and much more. Okay, so the monthly time frame, it is actually very crucial. One thing we have to especially pay clear attention is like we've been making lower highs. Okay, these lower highs are very important on the monthly. You don't want to keep making lower highs, otherwise we could be getting like a low volatility on this area of a 21 EMA, just like what we've been doing back in 2018. You can see this yellow line. The price could not basically break it, and as soon as we drop below this 21 EMA, you can see we started to consolidate and get the big move to the upside. So is BTC gonna be repeating the same exact move again, consolidate on this 21 EMA monthly? Because you gotta remember, guys, it is a monthly time frame, so BTC doesn't care about volatility, and market makers, they don't care like if we want to make some money and BTC price is not moving as we want it. So it is up to you as a trader, is it up to you as a investor to pay attention to these details. This 21 EMA, the 50 EMA are very crucial on the monthly time frame. Okay, very crucial. Most likely price is not going to drop below it heavily for a very long period of time. If we drop below this 21 EMA, we're gonna get heavy volatility toward this 50 EMA, which is roughly around a 5K. So you're expecting this 50 EMA on a monthly time frame going to be moving not too fast, okay, but could be moving within the next few months, 2 to 3 months, above a 5,500 to 5,600. I'm expecting, at least for the short term, and support the price. But you're gonna tell me, you're only giving me basically a bearish scenario. How about the bullish scenario? When you take a look at the bullish scenario, if you are extremely bullish, you could say that, okay, we're making a bull flag, right, and then we drop down to this area of a 21 EMA, and the most probable scenario is a 1-to-1 extension of the previous move to the upside. This 14K move from 3K to 14K up to this level. Okay, you could say, oops, we're going to 18K. Okay, that's a 1-to-1 extension, and you'll be like, okay, next level we're going to be retesting. It is almost going to be a $20,000. Depending on market volatility and market structure, it could just give you a big wick to the upside, up to $20,000. So that's why I'm only 35% exposure on BTC instead of being 60 to 70% exposure. So what I mean, I'm bearish, 65% bearish, it only means my exposure has been reduced down to 35%, only holding 35% BTC, or if I'm buying, I'm just buying 35% of my stats in case we get a big move to the upside. I'm gonna be okay, I'm not gonna be FOMOing, right? So some people like to do 50, 60, 70% exposure, but it all depends on your basically on your strategy. So make sure to find a better strategy for you. If you're waiting for 5,500, 4,500, you know how to allocate your exposure to the market at least, so you won't be going all in at what price level, because you're never going to find the bottom. You're never going to go all in at the bottom. You're never going to sell all out at the at the top. So you just have to be very, very cautious in regard how you do your allocation to the market. So hey, what's up K4W? What's up A11? Hey, what's up Marlon? Thank you for tuning in, man. We got 26 watching. Can you guys give me a 25 likes? Because I'm the 26th, right? So let's dive into the weekly time frame. So when you take a look at the weekly time frame, we are basically sitting above this 21 EMA. Most people like pretty bullish, like when BTC like a push, when BTC like a stay above this 21 EMA, they're extremely bullish. So you got a lot of people out there like extremely bullish, and they got a valid reason to be bullish. Okay, the 21 EMA is crucial. Whenever you break above it, most of the time you can see like the most probable resistance you're gonna get, it's like the 50 EMA and the 100 EMA. But right now we're moving above all these major resistances. Okay, so give me 1 second, guys. Excuse me 1 second. All right, so when you take a look at the weekly time frame, you can see it is pretty normal for you to be bullish. I don't see anything basically bearish on the weekly as far as like a market going to the upside. So if the bulls wants to keep up the momentum, they have to stay above this 21 EMA, this yellow line you're seeing. We have to stay above it at least for the short term. If like we break this price, this level of roughly around like a 9K, it's not going to be good at all, because most people are waiting for what? We're waiting for 88 to 86. Myself, I'm waiting for BTC to drop down to 86 to 88. But okay, we have to do it quickly. Okay, we have to do it quickly before like a Sunday, because we got like 4 more days before the weekly candle closes. So dropping below it with less pressure, less volume, it'll be great for the bulls. But if the volume is heavy, especially in this area, if like we matches like if BTC matches like the previous weekly volume, it's game over for the bulls. Okay, game over for the bulls. We can drop down even like to 77. It's not going to be crucial. Get a big wick, and then basically get a big rejection and continue the uptrend. That's a bullish scenario. So the weekly is basically extremely bullish. Okay, the weekly time frame. So let's move on to the daily time frame. Actually the daily. So when you take a look at the daily, you can say like, oh, basically it's a 50-50 right now. The 100 EMA, it is supporting the price, and then we're about to close below this 100 EMA, which is like the red line. We tested this line like multiple times. Okay, we tested it after the big push to the upside. We came back, get a support, push back up in this area. We actually like long it from like a 9K all the way up to 99, came back down. Now we shorten it down to this level. Okay, so you can see we breaking below this 100 EMA, and the next area of support going to be like the 88 level, which is like the 50 EMA on the daily. So 88 is a very crucial. BTC has to stay above 88. If not, we're going to have to retest the daily 21 EMA, which is right around 8500 to 8600, which is like what I'm also looking for. And on the daily, if you take your fib retracement, you can see we double bottom at 382, double bottom at 382, and you're not able to push back up. It's very weak. Okay, it's very weak. Even though the bulls, they're maintaining a heavy pressure on the weekly time frame, on the daily time frame, the bears are, you know, basically, you know, coming back in town slowly. Okay, so if like the bears manage to take advantage of this weakness and then dominate the daily, most likely the lower time frame going to be game over for the bulls, right? So a double bottom, whenever you double bottom on a fib retracement, you want to definitely, you know, continue your uptrend. And I'm going to show you on Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, all of them double bottom at a fib retracement and give us a big move. Even BTC itself, it double bottom and give us a big move to the upside, right? So it is very crucial. Basically, next level to look for on the daily, it is like 86, and if not, we're going to drop down to this level. All right, so let's move on to the 12 hour now. You can see the 12 hour, it is looking clean, but one thing about the 12 hour, it is like BTC is correcting, but which way it is correcting? When you say correction, you have to understand which way you're correcting from, right? So are you correcting from this way only, right? And then you got your 3-way move down in this area, right around this area for 21 EMA 12 hours, okay, which is like 88. So every time you change like your time frame, you can see like 88 is coming, like 88 is appearing in every scenario you look at it. All right, so basically the correction you're looking at on the 12 hours, it is a correction of this way, this big move. Okay, now we're correcting this down to this level of a conversion of these 3 moving averages, 100, 50, 21. So price most likely gonna get, you know, supported in this area. The volume is in favor of the bulls on the 12 hours, even though like the daily is dominated by the bears. The 12 hours is in favor of the bulls because price is decreasing, volume is decreasing. It's nothing to worry. So volatility is going to increase, and most likely we're going to make this move. But how high this, you know, we're going to make this move, that's a big question. As soon as we drop down to this level, we're going to update the price. Okay, so make sure to join the public Telegram group to get this target. Last night, right around 93 to 94, we gave a signal and said like we're going to be dropping down to 88 to 86 level. Watch for your your 12 hour, 50 EMA and stuff like that, right? So yes, it looks like a classic bull flag on the monthly. It does, but the bulls has to maintain the pressure. Otherwise, next month and the following month could be red, and we don't want like a red month back to back like we did the last 2 months, like a September and August. So, but as I said it before, back in August, I told you guys September and October, basically the most volatile month for BTC. September going to be nasty, right? And then October going to be very volatile, and we're going to be getting those big wick to the upside, just like we did back in October 15, 2018, when BTC pumped like almost 1,500 points, right, in 1 hour, stuff like that. From like a 6,300 to like a 7,600. So it was a big pump, similar move. That's why I'm not very, very bullish. But I'm increasing my exposure slowly for the long term. But I'm not going all in this level of 9K, because we still can get some cheaper BTC all the way down to even some crazy numbers. So we just have to be extremely cautious. So let's move on to the 6 hours. The 6 hours is looking better. So you can say like basically on the 6 hours, we getting support from this 21 EMA. If we break it, of course this 50 EMA 6 hour also gonna come back and support the price, which is like 8,800. So 8,800 is coming again, right? And you can see at the same time, if I switch it to a lower degree, you could argue like you got this pattern which is pretty much very bearish. Okay, this pattern is pretty much very bearish, and if we already broke it, we have to jump back above it. If not, we could be looking for 1.27 to 1.41 to the downside. that's going to be roughly 1.27 to 1.41. It is going to be 87 to 86. So you can see once again 88 is coming into play. All right, so we have to pay special attention to basically 8800. So at the same time, this is a three-wave move up, okay, and three-wave move down. You guys understand this pattern. At the same time, it has to do this. Not 9 out of 10, but 70% out of time it has to do this. Okay, so this move, like if we get a big pump to the upside, like going back up to 92 or so, 93, it most likely going to continue the uptrend. So if you've been shorting BTC like from roughly around like 99 to 10k like we did, we have to be prepared for this move. Like I showed you also on regarding Bitcoin Cash. When Bitcoin Cash did this, and I told you we're gonna make this, and Bitcoin Cash did that, Ethereum did that, okay. I think Litecoin did it, but Litecoin broke the low and then also did it. So be prepared for some high volatility. On the Heiken Ashi, I'm not seeing any sign of continuation. We're starting to get like sign of reversal right now. We're getting multiple let's see, we're getting multiple big wick, big tail, small body, so that's a sign of reversal. So that's a sign of reversal. So you could get this move. So the 88, even though we're looking for it right now, we could get this flat correction up to this level and break this low before even we start looking for the big move to the upside. So either way you look at it, we're gonna retest like a 9k, 9900 to 10k, depending on market volatility. But I think at least for the short term, with like a 80% probability, we're gonna retest this 10k. Either we're gonna break it or we're gonna push it. We're gonna get rejection. That's a big question. But with 80% chance, we're gonna retest it. All right, with 80% chance. So if you've been shorting BTC from 10k to 9k, it is basically time to look for some profits and then secure those profits before like we get some like a crazy move to the upside. All right. So, and last time we got I was doing live and then BTC started pumping. So so let's see if BTC gonna be pumping again while I'm doing live. So the 3D indicator, let's search it. Let's see, 3D indicator. I don't see 3D bullish indicator. Don't see that. Maybe you're talking to someone. So basically, guys, we have to pay a special attention right around this area of 8800. So if you're still shorting BTC, you have to be very, very cautious, because like I just showed you on the 45 minutes, we're basically getting a sign of reversal. So we could get this big move at any given time, and it could be very fast. As price is decreasing, volume is decreasing. That's basically a bullish a bullish signal. Okay, a bullish signal. We just want it cheaper. That's all it is. But we know BTC is going to be going up, right? We know it's going to be going up to retest like this area. Okay, this empty area, it has to be filled. It has to be filled. So let's take a look at the 15 minutes time frame before we move on to Ethereum. It's gonna be a very short live stream today. Okay, the 15 minutes, like that's a pattern I was looking for BTC. I was looking for BTC to make this move, but Ethereum gave us that move. So last night I was like, okay, Ethereum give us the move. We're looking for BTC. So basically Ethereum going to be dropping, and basically BTC going to be dropping. And once BTC drop 1%, Ethereum going to drop 2 to 3%, because Ethereum went up higher, okay, than it's supposed to do. So I don't think Ethereum was even supposed to push that high, but it gave us the triple top. Right now, we're making this move for BTC. So basically, let's take a look at it. Yeah, it is about to be a time for volatility. So let's be extremely careful. Okay, let's be extremely careful. So let's go ahead and move on to Ethereum. Ethereum, when you take a look at it on the lower degree, you can see basically Ethereum give us the triple top. This top, I've been telling you guys, it is pretty bearish. Whenever you see it, most likely, you know, we're gonna drop, and we shorted Ethereum like a 89 to a 91 in this area, and now look at it, man. Target was like 180 to 79, and we hit 180 to 79 exactly. And you can also take a look at it. If you do your fib retracement, Ethereum has not dropped enough. Okay, you can see we just came back down to we just basically tried to double bottom, but we're not double bottoming yet. Next level we could be looking for is like 174. So Ethereum could come back down to 174 and give us this move, and I don't think this move gonna be strong at all. Like most likely we could retest like a 187 before continuing the downtrend down to this area of 169. So Ethereum is extremely bearish. Even if you take a look at the 12-hour time frame, I was showing you guys like on the 12-hour time frame, this is a move I'm telling you. Okay, you got 3 up, 3 down, a big move to the upside, and we talked about it like before even Ethereum pushed to the upside. This is a corrective move, and Ethereum most likely going to do this. Okay, most likely going to do this, but in this area it's just going to be noise. It could be going back up, get rejected, stuff like that. But the bigger picture is like, you know, this could be going down, right, for the bears. Big rejection, price came back up 50% of this wick. That's good enough. So what I like to do whenever I see like a big wick like that, and I showed you multiple times, right? Whenever you get a big wick, it can be red or can be green or red, it doesn't matter, like this, and big, you know, shooting star. I like to at least short a 50%, you know, of this candle. Okay, a lot of position, 1/3 to you know, 3/4 in this area. So put the bigger stash in the 50% in case you know, we got this big wick. You're gonna get it. If like we don't go back up to 50%, you're also gonna get it. So Ethereum give us a rejection wick. We came back 50% and get rejected. Also give us an engulfing candle. You can also expect like Ethereum to go back up 50%, right, and make this move, get rejected before continuing. All right, so that's on the 12 hours. So it's it could be like the next couple of days or stuff like that, right? So depending on volatility. So let's move on the 3 days chart on Ethereum. On the 3 days chart, you can see the last 3 days basically. This one started like on the 28th, so it's going to close today. The volume is pretty big, but price is not decreasing, so that's pretty bullish. Okay, very big volume, price is not going anywhere. So Ethereum, even though, you know, I'm looking for it to drop, it means like we could get like high volatility in this area. So it means we could get very, very high volatility. But still, Ethereum, I'm looking for a move to the downside. I'm still looking for a move to the downside. This corrective. That's what I'm looking for, Ethereum, right? So on the bigger picture, at the same time, you can see Ethereum, we bottom right around this area. Let's move on to Binance. If you go back on Binance, you can see just, hey, what's up, A11? Just write it completely so I can take a look at it. You can see we are bottom at 382, right? We bottom at 382. We got rejected at the 236, which is the previous fib level. You can see that's extremely bearish. That's not something like you want to be bullish on. All right. So next level to look for is nothing but 50%, and I'm not even sure if 50% gonna hold the price, because we don't have any confluence regarding 50%. The only thing you could look for, that's BTC. Let's move on. That's BTC. Ethereum we bottom, I think, at the 0.618. Let's see. I'm looking at BTC. Ethereum we double bottom at at 0.618, right? So Ethereum, that's a double bottom I was looking for. We got this double bottom. I was looking for Ethereum to drop down to this 140, but we didn't quite get 140. 140 was like also, you know, 1.27 of the previous extension, and it is also 0.618 of the entire move. So, but we didn't quite get it. We came down to like a 150, and you know, we pushed into the upside. just to finish up this correction. Next level to look for Ethereum is like low $100, okay, low $100, which is like $112. So I don't want to be given like a, you know, I don't want to give a exact numbers, but in this area we could be looking for a corrective structure for Ethereum. Okay, we could be looking for another corrective structure for Ethereum, but I don't think Ethereum, at least for the short term, is bullish. Okay, it is not bullish at all, at least for the short term. We're gonna talk about you know, XRP. Okay, let's move on to XRP. XRP, we're gonna start out. XRP. Let's talk about the weekly, the monthly first, because like I said, XRP. I like to analyze XRP on the monthly. We're getting a green monthly candle. The RSI, excuse me, RSI is you know, basically giving us a U-turn. This move is you know, if like we can break this area, guys, you know, we can break this curvature in this area. It's going to be very bullish on XRP, at least for the short term. But on the monthly time frame, we got a basically on the monthly, we haven't seen a big tail small body, but this one most likely going to be flipped after tomorrow. But let's see on the first, if like we're going to get a big tail small body just like this candle in this area. We could expect like some reversal pattern for XRP, you know, going to the upside up to like even 80 cents, man. I think it could go even higher, even like all the way up to $2. But you know, most of you guys, if somebody say XRP gonna go to $2 and you wait for 2 months, you don't see XRP at $2, you're gonna be like, man, you've been pumping XRP. That's why, you know, I don't want to say those big numbers, but XRP is starting to look bullish. Okay, so I'm starting to pay special attention to XRP. Okay, I'm starting to pay very special. I'm not saying it's gonna go to a $50, $100, but a 4x, 5x move is very possible within the next few hours, not few hours, few months. Okay, few months. So the move I've been showing you about XRP, you have to pay attention to it, guys. We double bottom at, you know, 382. You take a look at BTC. You take a look at BTC, right? We also double bottom where? We double bottom at 382. If you go on the bigger picture, okay, if you take a look at the bigger picture, like from swing low to swing high, excuse me, we double bottom exactly at 382. Okay, from like a 150 to a $20,000 exactly at 382, and BTC went up like almost 5x, right? So XRP can give us at least 3x after, you know, after this double bottom. That's why I'm paying a special attention to XRP. We've been getting red candles almost like since like 2018. We only got like 2 green candles, okay, on the Hack and Ash. Everything else is basically downtrend. Okay, everything else is downtrend, and it gives us a 3-wave move up, 3-wave move down. We have to get this move. Okay, we expecting this move at the same time. Okay, this move could also like go all the way up to this level. All right, so let's just be cautious about XRP. I don't see anything bullish on XRP on the low degree, but on the high degree, it is basically you know, building some momentum. Okay, it is building some momentum on a high degree. I don't see the reason why I say like I don't see anything bullish on XRP, because this move is too corrective. This move is too corrective. Either we're gonna drop down to this level of 24 to 23 cents. If that hold, we can make this move. If not, we're gonna have to break this level and continue the downtrend. But whenever, you know, sometime a flat correction is not always it is not always corrective. Okay, sometimes you can get this flat correction, price can come either 50 to a 0.786 pullback and give you the it's not, most of the time can give you like let's say a sort of triangle or some corrective wave before pushing to the upside. Sometimes it just break it, give you the divergence and push to the upside. So let's see which one XRP gonna give us. But in this level of 30 to 20 cents, that's where we could be seeing like some explosive move from XRP. Okay, some very explosive move. All right, so pay special attention, guys. I'm telling you, like I told you about, I told my guys, like I was expecting BTC to make a 50% move if we drop down to a 63 in that level, down even like a 72, but I wasn't very comfortable about like a 72, but I was looking for like a, you know, a 50% move from like a 63 to 57, but we got it too early. We got it right around 72. So, but we talked about that move in you know, in a premium member, but it came too fast and too early. All right, too fast, too early. So make sure to remember that XRP is about to go extremely bullish. All right, so let's take a look at the weekly regarding the hammer candle you're talking about. Hey, what's up, Iceman? All right, so XRP. So you must be talking about this. It's kind of like, it's kind of very subjective. You can't say like we got this reversal pattern. I was looking at it, and you also can say like, oops, we got this reversal pattern. All right, so a drop from XRP, right, down to like a 0.786 in this area of 23 to 24 is going to be okay, right, because it's going to give XRP a better momentum to push to the upside. Okay, it's just going to give it a better momentum, just like what BTC did when BTC capitulated from 10K like to 7,200. You can see we went up 40%, and if XRP going to do that, XRP most likely going to go like a 300% in one day, stuff like this, or those crazy moves. All right, so don't sleep on XRP. Basically, just because your weekly RSI is you know, facing down, you're gonna be like, oops, we're going to a zero and stuff like that. 14K is okay. Even if we drop to 14K, it's just gonna give us a better divergence, and then you know, we could make this move. Okay, the RSI double bottom, your price giving you some sort of like a triangle in this area, and then it's going to be very sharp, and then we're going to make this move, and you're going to wake up and you're going to see XRP in some crazy numbers. All right, hey, thanks a lot, Kelly. Thanks a lot, Iceman, for tuning in. Hey, what's up, Andrea? That was for XRP analysis. Let's move on to EOS. EOS is roughly EOS is one of the EOS and Bitcoin Cash, one of the, you know, two most easier coins to analyze. EOS, you take a look at it, this is very corrective, guys. This is, we could make this move before pushing up, but this move is coming. Okay, this move is coming for EOS. So where can we expect the price of EOS to go to, at least for the short term? If you take your fib retracement 1.27 to 1.41, gonna be roughly around like a $2. And we talked about it before EOS dropped. We said like before EOS dropped down to like a 2.6, we called it, and we were expecting it to drop down to like a 2.2 before pumping, but it just pumped, right? I'm still expecting that move down to like a $2. Okay, basically $2, give or take, right? 190 to 2.2 because of market volatility. You cannot just say like you cannot give an exact number. So, but this move is pretty corrective. It could go higher, like to this area of 21 EMA, this yellow line, but still it is just going to be corrective to me. Okay, it's still going to be corrective, and then we could make this move and that move. But EOS most likely going to double bottom, push to the upside, break this low. All right, if this is going to be going down to like a you know, 4K, 3K, you know, stuff like that, EOS is not going to be trading in this level of $3. All right, so, and at the same time, let's move on to Kido, because I told you guys about Kido, right? We analyzed Kido like a few weeks ago, right? And we said what we said. We said if Kido get this double bottom, okay, it's gonna give us a three-way move to the upside, right? So we have to pay. I was analyzing this chart for John, and then we said Kido is making three-way move up. It is making a double bottom corrective move. It's gonna give us this move, so we have to pay attention to Kido when BTC double bottom. I mean, when BTC is pushing to the upside, most likely it's gonna carry Kido, and you can see Kido giving us this big bearish signal. Okay, that's extremely bearish. It is extremely bearish. Yes, it can go back up and test 50% of this week, and if you're looking for a short, you can wait for it, and which is like $2.60, which means like bits is gonna be pumping again. Okay, which means bits is gonna be pumping again. So let's be extremely careful. I'm only like I'm only 35% exposed. So you can call it like I'm 65% bearish, because I'm not going all in these levels. So if I see like some more bullish sign, I'm gonna accumulate more and then increase my exposure. Okay, but as up to now, I'm only 35% exposed to the market, and looking for further cheaper prices. So, but if I'm bullish, I'm gonna be like more than 80% exposed, and looking for BTC to go to the moon. Hey, what's up, Alpha? Make sure to hit the like, subscribe. That's the first time I see your name in the chat room. Make sure to join the Telegram group also. All right. So let's move on to Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash. Okay. Bitcoin Cash looking great, guys. It is looking great. It is doing something amazing, which is like following our trend. Okay. We call this move, call that move, and then call this move, but this one we didn't call it. Okay, it caught us off guard, and then we said like, oops, you know, it's going to the moon right now. It is moving above all these moving averages on the daily, the 21, 50, and 100. It is good time for Bitcoin Cash now to cool down. Where can we expect the price of Bitcoin Cash to cool down to, right? Either we could look for 382 or 50%, but I would assume like a 382 gonna hold the price down, just because the 21 EMA is moving towards this 382 level, which is like 260. So basically BTC drops down to like 85, 86 level, most likely Bitcoin Cash is gonna give us some reversal pattern. So I don't see like a Bitcoin Cash dropping today within the next 7 hours down to these levels. Most likely I'm waiting for like the next new daily candle. Okay, if the new daily candle starts, we most likely could get that drop down to 260 to 259 in this area. All right, so Bitcoin Cash, it is looking good though. It is looking good. Okay, it is looking very, very good. So let's take a look at the 12-hour. The 12-hour, it is basically we got the divergence. You guys know previous resistance. Okay, previous support going to be new resistance. We basically went back up to this area of resistance. Price has to come back down to this area of support, which is like 250 to 260, which is a 382. Okay, we could make a as soon as we drop down to this level, we could make a head and shoulder in this area, and then we could be looking for either a 1-to-1 extension of this move, right, for Bitcoin Cash, or we could look for 1.27 of the right shoulder. That's your right shoulder. You could look for 1.27 of your right shoulder, and then you're gonna look for this target, okay, in this area. So basically what I'm trying to tell you, you got two ways of looking at Bitcoin Cash. Either you could look for this move to do that, come back down, come back up, push back up, come back down in this area, and you got a chance to get this move down to this level of like a 179, or you could look for 120, even 1-to-1 extension of the right shoulder. It's not bad, depending on how big the right shoulder it is. Okay, that's my own trading strategy. Don't go and say like it's incorrect or stuff like that, but I got my own way of getting my targets. All right, so you could look for this $200. So either way you look at it, I'm not extremely bullish on Bitcoin Cash, and I started shorting last night. As soon as I saw Bitcoin Cash push back up to 302 and BTC is not doing anything, Bitcoin Cash trying to give us a fake out, I started shorting Ethereum, not even Bitcoin Cash, but that was a good signal. Ethereum was also going to drop, okay, because Ethereum gave us the triple top. Ethereum gave us this W top, couldn't break it, right? And then basically Bitcoin Cash gave us a divergence. I was like, that's it. These two coins are good indicators of for BTC bullishness or bearishness, and we said like BTC gonna be dropping down, and we gave the signal both to the public group and also to the premium member regarding Ethereum. Okay, but we didn't give target to the public group. We didn't give them the Ethereum target, but at least the BTC target, right? So look for this move, basically. Look for this big move. Okay, we're gonna talk about let's see what you're talking about on XRP. The weekly divergence. Yeah, it's not I would love to see the weekly RSI to be overbought, but that's, I mean, oversold. We haven't seen an oversold weekly RSI for XRP for a very long time now. So since like when? Since 2015, we haven't seen this weekly RSI being oversold. So we just have, I'm gonna be buying down like to 14 cents, right? Accumulate down to 14 cents, expecting a big move, but we just have to be careful because, you know, BTC double bottom twice, you know, back in 2015. BTC double bottom at the RSI right around like a 30 or so. You know, 2018, I think we retested the, you know, this low RSI, but XRP is looking very strong in this area. Okay, it's been like almost over 5 years, right? 2000, it's about to be July 2015, almost 4 years, right? 4.5 years. We've been like trading above this line. So let's see, you know, how we're gonna react once we you know, come back down to this 38 level of our RSI. It's not gonna look good at all because that's a weekly. It means like XRP has to suffer a lot, could drop like more than 50% in order to come back down to this level of our RSI. All right, and then you're gonna expect this as a head and shoulder is gonna give us this move. But either way you look at it, guys, I'm starting to be bullish on XRP, even though the trend is not bullish. All right, I'm being very specific. XRP trend is not bullish. Okay, it's just me accumulating XRP down to 14 cents. Okay, because I don't think it's a big deal for these coins to drop like 50%. It is okay for, you know, if you're in crypto, 50% drop is not a big deal. It's not, if you just accumulate. You're not buying right now, like you're not going all in basically right now. You just buy. If XRP drop 10%, you buy another 10%. You buy because you don't know at what price level we're gonna be getting, you know, the big reversal. Because the 14 cents could be a wick. It could just be like a straight wick to the downside, just to you know, flush off the market and then getting the reversal, right? So, but every time XRP drop, whenever XRP drop below 25 cents, I'm start accumulating. Whenever it drop like you know, 10 cents or 10% or so, just buy a small stash, 5% of you know, whatever I want to buy at the time. 3D MACD on BTC. Let's take a look at Litecoin before we go back to BTC, because Litecoin is looking good. Let's take a look at the 12 hours. 12 hours Litecoin, it is looking good, but you can say you can see it, guys, when Litecoin pumped to 107. What I told you guys in this area, everybody was getting excited, and I told you guys this is just corrective. Okay, this is just corrective, and then we're going to be dropping down all the way down to like you know, $50, $47. That's exactly what we did, guys. We dropped down all the way down to 47. And if you've been watching this channel, you know, 47 to $46 Litecoin, I've been calling it like since even Litecoin was like 79 in this area. Not just that, even like you know, $107. So, and I still don't think Litecoin has bottomed enough. You know, Litecoin could be pushing to the upside before any coins. So let's see if Litecoin can hold this $50 range, right? If like we can hold this $50 range, we got a very good chance of retracing back up, even like to $80 or so. But we have to retrace, because the way you analyze Litecoin is different. Like when you take a look at Litecoin and take a look at Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin do its own thing. So you cannot just say Litecoin gonna drop and Bitcoin Cash gonna drop. Now I don't look at the market like that regarding Litecoin. So let's be extremely cautious on Litecoin, even though I'm looking for Litecoin to make some further sell-off. It doesn't mean it cannot pump like a 15 to 20%, stuff like that, right? So let's look for this, look for Litecoin to retrace down to another 15 to 20%. If like we can hold this area, we can go back up to the previous fib level, which is like a $71, okay, which is 382 level. Okay, retest it at least for the short term, get this correction, and then get this move to the downside. All right, so you are looking at Binance chart. Okay, so let's take a look at the 3D BTC MACD. I think I looked at it before. I haven't paid special attention to it. Let's see. MACD. Okay. The 3 days MACD. Okay. The 3D MACD, we got a crossover. Okay, that's good. Okay, you can see that's a crossover. It seems like that's a crossover. We got right around you know, the 14K level, like mid-December, late December, and we're getting another one. All right, we're getting this one. So let's see if like basic can sustain this crossover, because sometimes the crossovers after a big sell-off, you want to look for a double crossover. You can't argue like, oh, we got one crossover back in you know, March, like March 2018, and you can see we dropped down all the way down like to April before getting the, you know, another crossover. So this crossover could be the initial fake out before we make this move, right, and get the big move from like a 5K in this level and drop down. If you just want to do the same thing, because just because you're getting a crossover doesn't mean. That's why I don't take a look at MACDs and stuff like that, because too much noise. Okay, too much noise. You got one crossover. If you back test it, you just want to back test it after the big sell-off, right, from 20K, from 14K. What you got this crossover, right? You got this move, right? So that's what we got. What can we expect? We have to expect this move, right? So we got this move. What can we expect? We have to expect that move. So I don't think it is a strong case. I wouldn't like say like we got a crossover, we be going to the moon. Okay, we start to get the, you know, the green signal in this area. We got similar move in this area. So let's see if BC gonna be able to hold strong and then keep up the momentum. And if it does, that's good. Like I said, you know, the bullish momentum is strong. All right, the bullish momentum is strong. So if it does, you know, the bulls could be keeping up the momentum. Just because I'm 35% exposed to the market doesn't mean we cannot go to the upside, right? It doesn't mean we cannot go to the upside. And as I said just about like 30 minutes ago, the volatility is going to be increasing. You can see it on the 12 hours BTC 45 minutes, right? You see on the 45 minutes, we said like we got big tail, big wick, small body. That's BT. Let's move on to okay, we got big tail, big wick, small body. Okay, on the 45 minutes, let's check it on the Heikin-Ashi. You can see it on the Heikin-Ashi. We got this volatility sign, right? Okay, that's a sign of reversal. So if you like a short in BTC right now, be careful. Okay, be careful, because it can make a very aggressive move from this area of you know, double bottom in this area and give us this move. This move could go all the way up and retest. I'm still looking for a short from BTC like a 99 to 10-1. It could go higher, but you just want to ladder your position in this level. Okay, if you can't even long it all the way up to that level and then short it back down, and then short it back down. But we're starting to get some volatility here from this area of 9K. So let's take a look at the 15 minutes, see if like BC is doing anything special. The 15 minutes, we got the crossover. We got a nice divergence, right? We got this move, we got that move. You could call it a falling wedge. We could make this move and push back up, drop back down to this level before making this move. But you know, I wouldn't be taking the chance. Okay, I wouldn't be taking the chance. I would at least take the profits and either, you know, wait for higher prices to short again, or just take a small long all the way up to this level and then short it again. All right, and short it again. So, and we talked about this move like less than 30 minutes ago regarding like when BC was like a low 9K, you know, 920 and stuff like that, 950. So let's be extremely cautious. But the bearish scenario, if like we push back up on the 45 minutes, right? We the 45 minutes is extremely oversold. So that's not good at all. That's not good. That's what I told you like a couple of days ago, like 3 days ago, when the 45 minutes was over. So I told you that we're gonna make this move. So let's be careful with BTC. Okay, even though we're looking for it to drop, after the drop, we have to be very careful. We have to be very careful. So let me see if you guys have any question. If not, I'm just gonna call it a day. And I think like we have covered everything we needed to cover. BTC, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, even Kido. So if you guys don't want to talk about any other alt, we just call it a day. So pick up the shot at 95. Good thing, Ice. Good luck, man. You've been doing great recently with your patterns, so that's a good thing. The trend line, I like to talk about it on Sundays, but let's move on to this temp. Let's take a look at the weekly. Let me remove the RSI and MACD. So the trend line right now, it is a 5300, and I've been telling you it's gonna be, you have to take a look at it on the weekly or daily. Don't try to look at it on 4 hours or stuff like that. It's not gonna work, okay? Because the code is it is basically on the weekly, on 7 days. So it is exactly right now at 53.43, and right around this area, that's when I discovered like this trend line. I knew about the trend line like long since, like BTC was almost like in this area like July or June, but this trend line, this one, I discovered it like late November, late December, right? And BTC bottom exactly in this area, and I back tested it. I even got a video like called like Bitcoin has bottomed, the trend line. If you search it on YouTube, you're gonna find it. So on November 27th, I was explaining why BTC has bottomed, and we might never go back below this trend line. I'm not gonna say never, but it at least bottom, and we could be making a big move to the upside, and that's what we did exactly. Now BTC is dropping down, okay? So I'm expecting, at least for the short term, BTC to come back down close to the trend line. It is going to be 5700 late December, so we could retest it by late December, early December, 55 to 57, before at least making another big move. If like we're never gonna drop below it, okay, we at some point gonna come back to it. We're gonna come back to it. And the trend line has a growth rate of 1.13% per week, compounded, right? So 1.13% per week. So you can even calculate it yourself. Just add 1.13% of this, of the current price of 53.43, and then you're gonna get the next week price. Okay, then that's how I usually basically just do it. Otherwise, you got like some exponential growth calculator online. You just use it, and then it's gonna give you like the price target in six months, 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, whatever. But your time frame always has to be on weekly, okay, when you're using those exponential growth calculator. When it asks you for time, when you put like 1, it means like 1 week. When you put 10, it means like 10 weeks. So all right, thanks a lot e-governance for the for that question. All right, guys, we actually got 38 watching, 25 likes. So make sure to hit the likes, guys, and subscribe, and let me know what you think down below the comment section. If you haven't joined the public Telegram group, make sure to do so. If you haven't joined our premium member for daily analysis, detailed price target, and then detailed price setup, make sure to join our premium members to take advantage of those targets, setups, and learn a lot these you know, these indicators, learn a lot about these you know, basically price setup, learn a lot Fibonacci, learn a lot Elliott wave. So it's so much in our, you know, premium member. It's not just giving out like you know, daily analysis, but we talk about like a lot of stuff, a lot of detailed stuff regarding BTC and where we could be heading to, even down, even like up to the bigger picture, like you know, BTC dropping down to 2K. But most of you guys don't want to hear that, so it's okay. It's okay, right? So all right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Be safe out there, man. BTC is gonna be very volatile, so you don't want to lose any money in this range. All right, thanks a lot, man.